Welcome to Romulan Ale, everyone. I'm Shogun Kubasan. Raise your ale, my friends. Cheers. And if you got those silly pants on, well, I'm just sorry for you. So, today, finally, I had a little setback. It's my first episode. Did my little intro one a couple weeks ago. I had some computer issues, so I'm back online. Yeah. We want to talk about today, or what I want to talk about today, is what I think the most important part of Starfleet Command is. Besides having fun, number one, always have fun. We can always do better to try and make sure everyone has a good day. I mean, you're going to raid and all this other stuff, but it doesn't mean you have to be, rude about it. Just be nice. Move on. We've all been raided. We've all been hit. We've all been picked on. Let's just move on. So, that being said, my first episode. Yes. All right. We're going to talk about having a goal, how to pick it, and making a plan to stick to it. So, for myself, I'm level 31 and recent 31. So I was sitting at 28 for a while because I'm a recent 31. I was sitting at level 28 when I got my Centurion. I always like to be the strongest ship at my level, so I sat there for a little while and made it super strong. I know the Sentinel's not the best ship out of there, but I like it. It helps me with my swarms. I can base raid with it. I've gotten to the point now where it's a pretty solid ship. Yeah, the hull is a little weak, but I'm happy with it. My my goal is to get to level 32 and get the Gladius. I love Romulan Ale. So, I got a couple buildings upgraded. I'm working on it. I got about 27 blueprints for the Gladi, and I'm working on it. Should have 37 in the next day, which is right on track with where I want to be. I'm not 100% sure if I am going to spend a little to get the last blueprints. I'm going to try and do it free to play, but depending on how much ale I have, that plan goes out the window. I don't have a lot of cash, but spending on a ship is never a bad investment if you are going to spend. It's up to you. That being said, I'm working towards it. My ultimate goal is to get my Gladi, get it leveled up, sit at 32 for a while, and then work on getting the triple faction locked at 10 million. I'm only at a single faction. I'm about just under 5 mil. I could boost it up. I just manage it pretty well. And that's kind of where I'm at with my gameplay. I want to get my Gladi, and I'll probably work on getting some Augur blueprints as I work on getting... I should probably go Klingon, but it's negative 2 mil, and Fed's pretty close to being positive. But I have so many Klingon blueprints for ships that I'm probably going to go Klingon, and I don't like the Federation. They're not interesting. I'm always a Romulan. That's what I like in the gameplay. So, how do you pick your goals? Now, that's up to you. Whatever level you are, you're going to have different goals. So, if you're wanting to build the Sally and you're level 24, it's doable. What you have to do is you have to pick a goal. I suggest that you pick 3. So I pick the most immediate. So let's just say you're level 20. You want the Sally. You have to get to 24. You need to sit there for a little bit and make that ship strong so that you're able to do it. Your long-term goal can be building the Saladin, but you need to have a progression. So a lot of it's based off your faction. So you need to keep in mind all that kind of stuff. And if you're negative on Federation, you're probably not going to pick a Federation ship. You could pick a Romulan ship. You could pick a Klingon. I mean, the ship's huge. It's nice just flying around. The D3 is tiny. It's hard to see, but you know, you need to pick goals that are attainable and that you find interesting. So for this um, reason, we're going to say the USS Saladin, and you're level 24, so you have a decent Kumari. You know, you have a bunch of credits saved, or you don't have any. That's fine. Still need to upgrade a lot of stuff before you can do it. And level 26, it gives you the option to build the Mayflower as well as the Horizon, so that's going to eat up resources as well. But you know, it's all about getting to that goal. The Saladin, oh, get that new ship, you know, just take it out. So now we have your goal. We have, you know, if you're a mid-level 20, it's get to 24 so you can get the Kumari, right? And then your realistic goal is to get the Saladin, okay? So why I say you should have 2 or 3 goals, so you should have one for the sense of accomplishment, 2 for something to strive for, and then, you know, you don't have to have that third one, but it's good to have. So if you get the Saladin, you know, getting the Intrepid might be your third goal because it's a nice battleship, right? Battleships are great in this game. So once we've decided that, cheers. Whatever your choice is, you know, it's you. I suggest you listen to your friends and your alliances and make up your own mind. But at the end of the day, they're your goals, okay? So you have to be happy with them. Whether it's a ship or crew, whatever. You have to be happy with it, okay? So that's the main goal. So with planning. So planning is probably the most important part of having a goal. Because if you don't stick to the plan, you'll never get to your goal. You'll get frustrated and you'll quit. And I don't want that. The game's already hard enough. It's getting better. Helps with a good alliance and good friends playing. But it's really what you put into it. So if you want to get to the Saladin, it comes down to, are you single rep, dual rep, how many, you know, positive, negative with the faction. I've said this before. If you're negative, pick a different ship. Find one you like. If you really do want the Saladin, you're going to have to put in time and effort to fix your rep. And that's a long grind. I did it. That's how I got Romulan. I was fed very early in the game. But I didn't want the Saladin. I wanted a Warbird. I love Warbirds. I'm perfectly happy with my decision. I spent, I think, a month and a half going from Fed to Romulan. So it's doable. You just have to be able to put the effort into it. And I know a lot more now about how to switch reps than I did back then. So we want the Saladin. You're at level 24. You have a couple different options for your plan. You can buy your blueprints as they become available. So for Saladin, 10 blueprints cost 2,000. So you need 20,000 credits to get that. As you're working towards it, you also have the Mayflower. You only need 80 blueprints to do that one. So to do, you know, you have to make your choice up if you want to stick to your guns. I always suggest building ships. They all have a purpose. Whether or not you level them up a lot, that's a different story. Because the resources you use on one take away from the other. But there's a huge disparity about how much you need. So sometimes it's better to spend lower. You can always scrap the ship. So you need, like I was saying, you need the 10 blueprints for the Saladin cost 2,000 each. So you need 20,000. The 1,250 credits for 10. So you only need 10,000 credits. So it's half the price. It's about half. It's probably half the power, if less. Probably less. I'm just being generous because I like new ships and I can't get it. So, you know, it's kind of like I want it, even though it's a Federation ship. Still want it to blow up. That'll give me satisfaction. But you know, that's the thing. So when you get those credits, what are you going to do? Are you going to spend them right away and buy those 10? That's what I do. I'm impulsive. I have a lot of ale, and I like to go hug people. So, you know, I make mistakes. This way, I buy them when I'm available. I make sure I have about 1,000 extra credits for crew upgrades as they come along. I've basically maxed out my Romulan crew till because they basically all need badges. I have them. I'm just waiting for a certain crew to use them, mostly epics. But if you're able to save them, because you also have the Armada packs that give you free ships. There's events that might come up. So if you're able to withstand the urge to click and spend them all right away, then save them, because you never know what's going to happen. But if you spend them, just remember that's okay, because even if you win a free ship, chances are you're not going to, right? So it's still a good investment. And if you get that ship, then you just work on the next one. So stick to your plan, and make sure your goals are in line. So get your first goal. So your first goal is getting the Kumari, building that up, getting it up like 600K, and then you start working on your Saladin. And you have to decide in your plan, and I can't make this for you. It's up to you if you're going to skip the 26 ship and go to Sally, focus on the Saladin. It can make your dailies hard though, if you're upping your rep. But you can also keep your rep low. You get less credits, but you can work at your own pace, slow and steady. Slow and steady is the best thing you can do, because if you rush, you still have to go back at some point and fix all that. Plus, you miss out on research, and you have to go back. And so even if you're a level 28 and build this, your salary's probably going to be weaker than everyone else's. So don't rush it. Make sure you max out your research and stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into the planning, but it's up to you how you want to get there. You need to set your goal and come up with that plan, whatever suits your game style. So for me, I have no problem spending, I think I spent 4 months at 28. I have no problem doing that. I like having a strong ship. I'm willing to sacrifice my progression to have a stronger ship, and I haven't had any problems doing any of my missions. Well, not any of them, but the feasible ones, or my dailies. So it's up to you how you do it, okay? But once you make that plan, stick to it. Go and reassess and go from there, okay? And I think that's about it for my ramblings, because you only get what you put into the game. So pick a goal, stick to your plan, and get there, reassess, pick a new goal. There's nothing wrong with changing your goals. Just get to one of them and then change them, okay? Because you'll never get anywhere if you don't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, spending time with me. I know there's a lot more to the planning and goals, but as a general overview, I think this should help you in your gameplay, and I don't think it's something that's talked about a lot. So let's make sure we're helping each other, guys, and having fun. That's the name of the game. Till next time, my friends, this has been Shogun Kuba-san saying, if you're out there hugging, you better not be wearing pants. Cheers.